Okay, I want to go over some more stuff with this plane crash. I want to show my wife at the same time because it's relevant to us, sort of, because we know where Nashville is. It's not very far from here, right? In fact, we drive through there all the time.
Yep.
We just did Christmas, huh?
Yep.
So this is
We
from
should clarify Nashville, Illinois.
Nashville, Illinois. Yeah, good call. Sorry. Because the family who died in this plane crash is from there. Yeah, good call. I would have left that out. Feel like, what the cuss is this dude talking about? So, yeah. Anyway, so this is posted from your mainstream media news here, and this is posted Sunday, January 4th, and they got this picture here. See this crane and what have you? And it says salvage workers bring out part of the Piper PA-3 fuselage, or PA-3's fuselage, wing, and landing gear from a crash site in Kentucky. Officials from the National Transportation Safety Board arrived at the crash site Sunday in Kentucky, and in which the old 7-year-old girl thing. Okay. And then what's weird though is if you go to this here news site, looks like a CBS affiliate, says the same thing right here. NTSB on scene of plane crash January 4th, but then it gets updated Monday, January 5th at 5:47 a.m. and they say this. Air safety investigators from the NTSB were supposed to get on scene last night, but bad weather delayed them. Today, 6 investigators began the work of trying to figure out what led to the crash that killed a 7-year-old girl's cousin, her sister, and both of her parents. So, one article says that they got there last night and they started taking parts of the plane away, and then another mainstream media site says no, they didn't start until the 5th in the morning. And so are we supposed to believe that they started taking parts of the plane away before they investigated the plane crash that killed multiple people? Because that's what they're saying. And then they can't. And then they did this too when it first got reported. NTSB meets with girl who survived plane crash. That was one of the details that was reported whenever it first happened. And then if you go here to ABC News, NTSB investigator Heidi Motes said investigators will need to interview the girl to determine what happened. So they even say in another news site that they didn't talk to him, and it even says so down here below. I'll even show you. Editor's note. A previous version of the story stated that the NTSB had spoken with the surviving 7-year-old girl. The NTSB has not yet spoken to her. We regret the error. So they can't even get anything right about this story, period. And what's weird, too, is if you see this here, scroll up, where is it? I think it's this one, yeah. You see how it gets reported? Like, here's the picture of it, and then here's like a further higher up picture of it. But the thing is that when it also, in other sites, when it gets reported, it's reported as this. You clearly see the tail here, yeah? Here's the tail. There's no tail here. It's just a big round piece of rubble. Same thing with this right here. It'll flip over, which is being stupid. Well, either way, you get the point. Here it is, reported on some sites, ABC or whatever, and then other places it's reported as this. I wish this one loaded there. It's not even the same plane. And they initially reported her as a black-haired girl, and this I pulled straight off RTV last night from CNN. She's not a black-haired girl, and here's even another picture of her. They show a picture. That's the second picture they showed. The first one they show is this. So they haven't got one thing right about this story. So, and I told you about the people who take it down out of respect.
Sounds very confusing.
It sure does. I'm not.
Maybe they shouldn't report on things until they have their stories correct. It just makes you question everything else that gets reported. So,
sure does.
Good job, mainstream media.
Right. And so I'm not taking the video down because all these things are very suspicious to me. And I believe...
And it's not about this. It's about the media and the hype and the craziness.
Exactly.
I understand that you want to be respectful to the families and stuff, but it's not about saying this did or did not happen or whatever else. It's the media and how convoluted they are.
Yep. Because I'm not one of those people that goes out there and says that nothing ever happens and no one ever dies. Whether or not this girl's family really died, I don't know. I believe they did. Maybe they're called something. Maybe they're not the Gutzler family anymore. Maybe they're called something else and they live in another country somewhere or whatever. Who knows? But I believe that the Gutzler family is dead. And because things happened, and we're just not told the truth of what happens to these families because it's just ritual sacrifices have been going on forever, and anything that's on the mainstream media is staged, orchestrated, and planned. That's the truth. And unfortunately, we're never going to know for 100% for sure if people died or not. And sometimes they do, and sometimes I don't think they do. But there's something going on weird with the reporting. That's all. This stuff is. These guys can't get one single thing right. Just saying. So, thanks for inputting.
Sure.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, subs.